Hey Lizzie, what is up? You're already ready to go tonight, aren't you? Oh, I meant to start at 8 o'clock. I am so sorry if I kept you waiting. Had some technical difficulties. So, my lighting wasn't working, and then my title was too long, so I apologize. I had to do a few things. And then because I made those changes, I forgot to include my microphone in my other screens. So, yeah. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to forget about all of that and continue drawing. How was your weekend? How was your evening? And while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna actually, because I am streaming this on YouTube as well, I'm gonna lay down some ground rules for chat. So I know in the past we've talked about age, but some things happened last night that kind of made me look into that a little bit better. So my channel is marked for mature content. If you are underage for the requirements for Twitch, I don't want to know about it. Don't ask me my age. I'm old enough to know better and still young enough to get in trouble. So, yeah, if you're under that age requirement or whatever your age is, that's not relevant to our conversation. So we will not be talking about age in this group. We can talk about where you're from. We can talk about all kinds of things. We're just not going to discuss age. So that way, if you are breaking the rules, I don't want to know about it. So with that being said, the only other rules I have is don't come in here bashing. Don't come in here, honest questions about, gender or pronouns and things like that is okay. But if you're being an ass, you're just going to get booted. So just none of that. And just have fun. Just be nice, be courteous to each other, have fun, be courteous to me, and we will get along just fine. Other than that, I'm glad that the Bengals won. I was rooting for them, and it is the year of the Tiger, so I think it's going to be them this year. I was not able to finish watching the 49er Rams game, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. So if you know and you want to fill me in on that, that would be appreciated. Let me see, what else can I talk about? I do now also have a YouTube channel. So same name, Cosmic Ghost. If you want to pop on over there, that is where my archived chats will be. Because I did not realize this until last night. I started to look around, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, but Twitch does not keep your streams. So you can make like little clips and things of your streams, but I needed a place for them to land. So yeah. And then I'm probably thinking about backing down on my schedule to, instead of doing it every night, maybe doing it Wednesdays and Saturdays, maybe sometimes on Sundays. But what I can do, and I can do this during break, is I can still record myself drawing and do a screen record, and I can post that on YouTube. So I love to have you here live, that's for sure, because then you give me something to talk about. But if you can't catch me live, then you can still catch it on YouTube. And it's the same over on YouTube as it is here, except the 13. It's just Cosmic Ghost on YouTube. So pop on over there and, of course, subscribe if you would like, and follow, as well as liking videos would be helpful. Other than that, what did I do today? Oh, I have a very long list here. I very rarely write on paper, but man, I had to bust out this paper. I found this guy on YouTube, and he had 30 ways to get more viewers. And not necessarily just that. Like I didn't watch it because I need more viewers. I am fine with where I'm at. And I say that with all honesty. I'm not in this to make money. If that happens down the road, then so be it. But that is not my goal. I'm not here to make affiliate, I think is what it's called. I'm seriously just here just to make friends and chat. That's okay. That's okay, Lizzie. You'll be able to watch this back later if you need to later. But there were some good tips on here, man. So I am excited because I spent most of my day kind of revamping my layout again. I can't leave it alone. I just had to I had to make it my own. So I did that, of course, creating the YouTube channel and uploading the videos. And then I had to like do a few administrative things with them to be able to get to upload my videos because they were longer than 15 minutes. It's been a day. And I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep. So yeah, might be a little punchy tonight, but that's okay. So hopefully you're ready to have fun. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I think that's all I have to say for the moment. I know that was a lot. I tend to ramble sometimes, so I apologize. So Lizzie, if I remember right, you have a pug, right? It's 8 p.m. Yeah. So one of my really, really longtime friends just posted that she actually ended up rescuing a pit bull, and it's so beautiful. It's like the most beautiful pit I've ever seen. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to work hard. You have a pug. Yeah, so she ended up adopting this pitty, and it's so funny because she has a chihuahua as well. And she got a photo of the chihuahua and then the pit standing at like the front door looking out the screen. It's so precious. It's like the little pit, because that's what chihuahuas think they are, and then the big baby, which is what the pit is. So yeah, I thought it was really cute. So I was happy to see that. But we won't talk about the fact that she's a 49ers fan. Did you hear that? She's a 49ers fan. But that's okay. She's been a 49ers fan as long as I've been a Seahawks fan. So my team did terrible this year. Absolutely terrible. I am so glad I did not invest in streaming games because they were so disappointing. So disappointing. And if you're popping in from another country, I am talking about American football, not soccer. And I'm so excited because I get to see my Chihuahua tomorrow. She's coming up. My wife's coming to come visit for a few days. Take care of some administrative things. And she's bringing my baby girl. I can't wait to see her. So she will probably, more than likely, make an appearance in a later stream this week. Because she's just too darn cute not to. Share her with the world. Oh, that's a bummer. I know, it's like when you don't have your babies around, man, it really affects you. I'm legit considering getting a royal jumping spider as a pet just to have something. Just to have something I can take care of. I'm also a wildlife rehabilitator, but I don't have any critters at the moment, so but it's supposed to get really cold here, so that may change. I love that your pug has the name Charlotte. I just love it. All of our dogs have all been girls, and so they've all had some form of female name. I dog sat some puggles once. Man, those dogs were like, I don't know if your pug is this way. And I've met some actual like true pugs that are pretty chill. Like, I knew this lady, she was like a yoga instructor shaman person, and her pug would go, his name was Buddha, and he would sit in the room with her and like just totally zen out while she was doing her stuff. But these puggles were, I'm telling you, I was like glad to be gone after that day because they were wild. Mutual, what's up? Dad has 2 dogs, a 2-year-old. Oh, I know someone that has 3 Pyrenees. They're huge. And an 8-year-old fluffy brown dog named Bear. I love it. I have a friend that has a dog that is like really wiry. We don't even know what she is. She's obviously some type of terrier. But her name is Brillo, like a Brillo pad. Do you know what a Brillo pad is? Like an SOS pad. She's like really wiry and yeah. Her name is Brill for short. Yeah, you know, I tried streaming late last night and let's just say I was not quite in my right mind. I was a little out of it last night, and I don't think it went really well, so I just, yeah, I don't think I had maybe 1 viewer early on, and then that was it, and then I tried it again a little bit later, and there was just nothing, so I didn't post those. I had a pretty good day, Mutual. I was just telling Lizzie that I just, since I'm so new to streaming, I just realized that Twitch doesn't hold your videos for more than 7 days. So I had to make a YouTube channel. So that's what I kind of spent my day doing. And I only got like 4 hours of sleep. And oh, Lizzie, please refrain from spamming symbols. I don't know what that was. You got put in the 1-second jail. Shame on you. I have no idea what you... Yeah. So there's a bot in there. There's a moderation bot in there now, I guess. Just something I had to have. It says 12 messages. Huh. Well, if it keeps that up, I'm gonna have to take the moderator out. Nobody likes to be censored. And trust me, I do go and check on every one of you, so if you are a spam bot, I will find out. and it will block you. But I don't think either of you guys are, so... In fact, last night I found like 5 people like in the background of my chat. Yeah, see, there's more there. There's one there now that I don't know who that person is. It's really weird because you go to their page and they've got like thousands of followers, but they have no content. So you're like, what the heck, man? Yeah, mutual. Yeah, when I created the YouTube channel, I had to go through a few administrative things, and then it finally let me upload videos longer than 15 minutes. Otherwise, you're beholden to that. So I did that, and then waited for all of them to upload. I think they're all there now. But yeah, good thing I figured that out, because one of them was getting ready to expire, I guess, already, so... But anyway, to get back to my point, oh my gosh. So yeah, so I did quite a bit on Greg last night, I can see. But then I see some things that I don't like. Like, I just thought I was a shit last night, I'll tell you that, but... Yeah. Tried to make a smiley face. Yeah, like... It came through the second time. Well, the first time it made a little robot. Weird. Well, let's see how it does. If it continues to do that, we might have to take it out. Yeah, see, Mutual can do it. Maybe you have to actually select it, like, from the chat and not type it out. I wonder if it'll let you do that. Yeah, Mutual's all up with emotes. Oh, and I also took Beatrice out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you have to do to be able to do emotes. I mean, I do semicolon, you know, smiley face all the time. And I probably use LOL like every other sentence when I'm chatting. It looks tiny though. Yeah, I tried to make the chat a little bigger. Are you talking about the chat, or are you talking about Gregory?
Cause I'm so upstate, you see it's tatted on my ribs. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2. You knew that. Got that check and your dumb ass blew that. You don't have a savings cause you don't trust banks, but you can't talk money cause your shoebox blank. Empty. Been on the edge, don't tempt me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, but I just wanted to make sure. And yet I worked and worked and worked on this teapot, and yet I still see things that I need to do. And I thought I had it done. Oh. So off to the right, it won't let you, like if I click that little smiley face in the chat box part, it pulls up a bunch of stuff. Some of it, I think you have to pay for though. I'm not gonna pay to emote someone. Yeah, that might be why. And we don't want you to go to emote jail. CJ, CJ, CJ. Hello. I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of intro music for CJ. Like some kind of hype. Earlier, my wife and I were FaceTiming while we were watching the football game, the Bengals game. And we were like, when they were like towards the end, we were like, one of them were like, beat, aggressive, beat, aggressive. And I'm like, I don't even know where that came from. We might have chanted that when I was back in high school, but that was a long time ago in a land far, far away. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of song for CJ. So CJ, just so you know, apparently there's a moderator bot in my chat. I put it in there, but so far it's already dinged Lizzie for trying to make a smiley face. So if it does something to you, I apologize in advance. Lizzie got put in a 1-second timeout. Careful of the mod bot? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna like it if it's gonna keep you guys from just like regular conversation. I mean, that's silly. So silly. Bad boy, think you're bad boy. And CJ, were you asking me how my day was, or were you asking Mutual how the day was? I don't want to ignore you if you were talking to me. Well, here's kind of why I did it too. I don't even know if this is going to help, but CJ will remember yesterday we had some people in a chat. And the more I started to think about it, the weirder it got. And yeah, so I have decided we are no longer discussing age. I don't want to know if you're underage, if you've broken the rules. I don't want to know about it. I'm just going to assume that you are adult enough to be in this chat room. But yeah, I actually ended up reporting some people yesterday, or this morning when I had time to think about it. So you guys are all safe though, for now. You guys are alright. There you go, Lizzie, you found some. Trying them all out. Mutual, do you mean like a bench? Were you playing the piano? Because I thought I saw something on your page that, well, I don't think they were trolls. I think they were scammers. That's what you were using as a seat. I'm gonna say a bench. But CJ should know better, I think. No? I can Google it. CJ, I'll just... Whoa. I don't know if you guys just saw that, but I've had this little bug forever. It's made out of wire. My wife got it for me on one of her, when she used to go for work. I don't know if you can really see it. But anyway, I've had it forever. Okay. But it keeps falling off, and it just fell on me while I was talking to you guys anyway. It's supposed to be a praying mantis. A piano bench. I was half right. Yeah, I love insects. In fact, before you guys came on, I was telling Lizzie that I'm thinking about getting a royal jumping spider as a pet because I don't have any pets here. But my chihuahua is coming tomorrow, and my wife. But yes, my chihuahua is coming home for a bit tomorrow, so I get to see her. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see my wife as well, but yes. In our house, we know that the dogs get kissed first. It doesn't mean that we don't love you any less. It's just, you know, puppies. But I'm still serious about the jumping spider because I think it's cool and they're really pretty. You should Google them. The males are the ones that have all the color, of course. But yeah. I mean, we have them like in the wild here. They're common here, but I would rather raise one from being little and not capture one from the. Yes. They're not very big. They're like kind of like that big. If you Google them, there's all kinds of there's lots of TikTok videos, and that's where I saw it. Someone has some, and I was just like, that would be kind of fun. And guess where I found it? You guys are gonna laugh when you see when I tell you where I found it. They have them on Amazon. I'm not lying. Spiders used to creep me out. And they still, depending on what kind they are, they still do. But, like, just little garden spiders? Nah. They're cute, aren't they? And they go through, like, a molting period, and yeah. I don't think they last too long, maybe 1 or 2 years, but they do little dances, and, you know, seems like that would be fun. Something at least to sit here with me all day long. Yeah, and I'm already trying to decide on a name because if they're royal, they should have a royal name. I was thinking Macbeth. That's my favorite Shakespeare play, but that's very tragic. And I would hope that they would have a good life and not a tragic one. So, I don't know. But I do kind of like the name. Or Othello. But again, tragedies. CJ, did you get a chance to watch 90 Day Tell-All? The first part, anyway. There's a part 2, I guess, coming later this week. Othello? Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like that one too. Isn't Othello's wife Ophelia? Wait, is that what her name was? It's been so long since I've read that play. And yes, I'm a huge Shakespeare buff, and I know that sounds really old school, but I love it, and I actually took a college class just for Shakespeare. Oh, Desdemona was his. Oh, Ophelia's in Hamlet. Oh, you stopped? Okay. All right. Well, then I won't give anything away. Desdemona. Yeah, I couldn't remember either. Ophelia was in my head, but yeah, she's in Hamlet. So I could also get a female, but I don't think they can be in the same enclosure. Because I watched a YouTube video about someone that was recommending them as pets, but she said something about don't keep them together. Something like sometimes they'll like cannibalize each other. I was like, nope, that's not happening. Plus, I don't think I want a lot of spider babies all over the place. Yeah? What'd you decide on? I've had hamsters too. Not in my adult life. When I was a kid, I had so many hamsters. I had a guinea pig. I've had all kinds of pets. I've had rats. I love rats. They are so smart. They are completely underrated. People give them a bad rap, but they're very clean. Domestic rats are just awesome as pets. They'll learn tricks like dogs. They'll cuddle with you. But my dogs would not like it if I had a rat. I doubt they'll even notice if I have a spider, so that should be pretty safe. Yeah, mine too. They're notorious for getting out. I had one that it was probably the last hamster I had when I was young. Like when I was I was like 19 still, and it got out. But it used to like get out, and then like I could put its enclosure on the ground, and it would come back. But then we had 2 dogs. They were shepherds, and one morning I woke up and my one shepherd came to me with something very wet and flat in its mouth. And I was like, and it was like, here, Mom, look what I brought you. And it was my hamster. But if it hadn't gotten out, it wouldn't have gotten eaten, I guess, or messed with. So yeah, that was the last hamster I had. I had a turtle. I had a box turtle. A semi-aquatic box turtle for a really long time. What else have I had? I've not ever had a snake. I had a frog. I had a toad for a bit. So that's why the whole spider thing appeals to me, because I just have to get tiny, like little tiny flies or little tiny crickets, and I'm like, psh, been there, done that. So now, the only trouble I'm gonna have is when I go up to see my mother-in-law, because she absolutely is terrified of spiders. Like, we don't even tell her about the outside ones because we know she'll try to kill them. So we don't even say anything when we find them. We're just like, oh yeah, like don't tell mom that the spider's there. Yeah, and they get pretty big around here. Yeah, it's sad when they go, because they have such personalities. Every rat I've had has had a different personality. The last pair that I had, I actually built them a giant enclosure out of a bookcase. So like they had different levels to go on, and I made like holes in the shelves, and then I just like put netting on the front, so they had like their own like posh enclosure. They had like different levels to get on, but then they started chewing on it, the little butts. So eventually, what was started out as a good idea ended up not being such a great idea, but they don't get right. Yeah, spiders be like that. And then here at our house, I mean, God, we have so much wildlife in our backyard. We have all kinds of birds for one. But we have, they're called Texas spiny lizards or fence lizards. They look like little bearded dragons. They will come to our yard every year, and I'm pretty sure they were probably out there a lot this year because there was nobody home for a while. And they have a mating pair will live in our yard, and then they'll have their babies, and then their babies come out in the spring into the same yard, and they seem to stick around. We get really fat, huge woodhouse toads. I love it. It's all natural bug care. So our bugs population does not seem that bad around here. But with that, we also have snakes. So you have to be kind of careful. But most of our snakes, we have a pond behind us, on the property behind us. And so the snakes tend to come from there. So they're usually water snakes, which aren't bad. They're fine, because then they also keep the wild mouse population down. So you want them around. But I am the critter getter, either up at my mother-in-law's or here at the house, because if my wife sees a snake, she will be gone. She would be like, I'm out of here. She even said, I don't know if I want to live here anymore because of the snakes. And I'm like, they're fine. If you don't want it in the yard, just turn the hose on it. It'll go away. Of course, one night I went out to get the mail and I came back and I just happened to look on the porch by the door and I saw something long and I was like, what is that? This was in the summer still. And it was a long baby rat snake. So I got some good photos of that. And of course I post it and all my friends are like, you're just crazy. You're like, talk to every kind of animal. You don't care what it is. I was like, well, it wasn't a copperhead, so we were all right. Yeah, and we've got some bad spiders here. And when I say bad, meaning you probably don't want to get bit by one. But it's not happened yet. But we mostly have a lot of insect catching spiders here. So like orb weavers. And And they are really big. Sometimes they call them banana spiders. You can Google those too, but they're really pretty, I think. And they'll stick around for a while. If they're left alone, they'll stay. They'll pick a spot and stay. And then we have all kinds of moths and all kinds of flying bugs. Oh, we get cicadas every year. And mosquitoes. Now that is one insect that I don't have a problem smacking or killing, or, you know, I usually try not to do that, but I'm like, if it's a mosquito, it's me or them, so I tend to strike first if I can. CJ, you probably have similar to spiders to what we have here, I imagine. When we lived in Washington, on the side of the house that our trash cans were kept, we had to get what we called our spider busting broom out, because they would build these giant webs on that side, and then, like, if you weren't careful, you would run face first into them. So we had to, like, kind of go out there and do a sweep through before one of us went to the get the trash, because they were, like, everywhere over on that side of the house for some reason. Yeah? Like what? Yeah. Yeah. They're cute. Possums especially. A lot of times people are like, ew, possums, but man, you want to tell about a bug controller and everything else. Yeah. They'll travel on our back fence out here. And we got squirrels too. The squirrels, they amuse me. I put peanuts out for them. They're so cute. Oh. So they let it out cuz that's not good for the snake. I mean, a domestic snake isn't going to be as, you know, street savvy as we would say as a wild snake. Poor snake. Can you imagine like these people that could step on you and then they come and just like start poking you with a stick? The snake escaped. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. And that nobody got hurt cuz if it was like any kind of boa or something, I mean, it's still a snake. I mean, you don't want it to hurt someone. I've heard horror stories of people having, constrictors as pets and then they, get their kids or something or their other animals. You just got to be careful. You got to respect the animal's spirit. Yay, Mom.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around. So little, and we keep track of time. Being so serious, idiots. Making it will matter, keep me company downtown.
Yeah.
Before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the light comes around, and then I
if you can tell, you know, that it's not the snake itself is not going to hurt you. Although, you know, any snake can bite you. I mean, I don't think I would want to get bit by a just, you know, a non-venomous snake either, because I mean, you know, germs and stuff. But yeah, I'll even stop here, like on the road, if the turtles are in the road and I know they're gonna have a hard time getting across. I'll stop and I'll get out and, like, you know, help them across. One time I jumped out and I got a giant, I think it was a mud turtle. It wasn't a snapping. We have snapping alligator snapping turtles here. Those you really don't want to touch because they will bite you. But it was a mud turtle and it has like a really long nose. And I knew it was out of its place, so I got it off to the side of the road because I didn't want it to get run over. But sometimes around here in the summer, you know, it's not uncommon to see stuff like that out on the road. But then the way I look at it is, well, you know, surely if I'd have been around, I probably would have saved it for another day. But now that it's dead, at least it's feeding something else. So that's how, when I was growing up, we used to have these animal shows on at night, and so, you know, I'd want to stay up and watch them. But then occasionally, you know, it would show, like, I don't know, a tiger getting a gazelle or something, and it was upsetting, but I knew that tiger had to eat as well. So I kind of just, from an early age, just kind of, you know, I was able to explain that to myself that, you know, it's not the tiger's fault they're a tiger, right? Or, you know, whatever's going to eat that, they have to eat too, and they have babies to feed as well. So yeah, I've loved animals since gosh, as far back as I can remember. It doesn't matter what it is, I'm always interested in it. Yeah, love it. Even every year, every summer, I'm so excited when I see, like, you know, like my first hummingbird, or, you know, see a snake, or like, we have a neighbor now that had a little tiny, the cutest little owl was like, kept staying up on their lights, and then so they put an owl box out for it, and it found the owl box, so now it's in the owl box in their yard, and I'm so jealous because I'll hear the owl, but I've never seen it, and it might be the one that kind of was like hanging around and in the trees and stuff here, but I'm really jealous that they have an owl in their owl box. That's right, the circle of life before it was the circle of life. Oh yes, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. Woo! Nice. That's my nephew's team, so I told him I was going to root for them tonight. I'm glad. But now I'm going to root for the Bengals, though, because they are the underdog, so I'm going to root for them. I mean, I don't really care. Yeah, maybe the owl's shy. I mean, obviously, it's very fond of their yard because it stays. Like, it naps during the day, and then it, you know, about 6 p.m. it comes out, does its hunting or whatever, and then goes back to the owl box. So they might even get a brooding pair in the spring and summer. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, and we have these little wrens that make little nests in our aloes that we have, and or we have some giant planters, and we've had like 2 years where they've raised a series of baby birds, and then they just go on about their way. I usually try to sneak in and look and make sure there's eggs in the nest, and then sometimes I'll get some photos when the mom is out getting, bugs. Before she comes back, I can check on the babies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we were talking about the pink elephants the other night. They're creepy. They creeped me out when I was younger, for sure. Oh my gosh, really? Wow. Yeah, I don't know what was up with the pink elephants. It was just bizarre. I felt like Alice in Wonderland was really bizarre too. When I was a kid, I didn't really like it. It was kind of creepy. Do you like Disney a lot, CJ? Yeah. So what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite movie or like a favorite character? Yeah, I liked Milan a lot, especially when I was younger, because of yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I'm not a fan of the whole "come rescue me" thing, knight in shining armor kind of crap. I'm like, no man is going to do that, or woman for that matter. Nobody is going to rescue you. You should never have that expectation either, I don't think. It's not the way the world works. And I don't think this is Disney, but I really like the Hotel Transylvania. I haven't seen this last one that's out right now. I need to watch the first two again, I think, and catch up on it because it's been a long time, but I remember really enjoying those. Well, no, the only cool thing about Sleeping Beauty was Maleficent, and she is my favorite villain. And I just actually the other night I watched that second movie. So I was really worried that have you seen it? The second Maleficent movie or Maleficent? I thought they did a really good job of like kind of keeping to it somewhat, but then you know, they kind of put their new spin on it. Yeah, it looks a little strange, but you know. Whoops, sorry. Did we lose our other peeps? Yeah. Well, and I mean, who? Well, some people don't, but I like Angelina Jolie, so I think they cast that very well when they were looking for an actress to play her. You had to get someone with unbelievably high cheekbones. Yeah, I did too. I mean, I just watched it on my tiny TV, but I would like to rewatch it like on my living room TV because it's bigger. Because there was a lot of action in that, and they had a lot of really good effects. I thought made it believable for sure. Oh, CJ, guess what I had for breakfast? It was really good too. I had a chorizo, potato, and egg burrito for breakfast from one of our local shops. It was good. And Starbucks. I had to get me some coffee today. I splurged on myself today. Ordered coffee and breakfast. Yeah, I was only able to eat half of it, so they're really big. So the other half is in there for tomorrow, I guess. I love chorizo. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to have. I love eggs too, so yeah, it is a favorite of mine for sure. can't believe my music's done already. Oh, where is it? Now what? Ooh. I think when I was in here last night, I thought I saw like a... Ooh, there's a Celebrate Pride one. We could listen to that. But I thought I saw like a Latin one in here that I was like, ooh, that looked like it might be kind of cool. I don't sing very well, as you probably have figured that out. I can play a little bit of the guitar. And maybe a trumpet if I picked it back up. I know I saw that in here and now it's like it's not. I can't find it. But let's go back to... Let's see what Pride is all about. Not very many in here, but that's okay. I'm going to wake it up a little bit in here. Did we lose Mutual? We went radio silent. No, it says he's still there. I do a little bit. My wife was so sweet because I'd been talking about, you know, picking up a musical instrument again. And so she got me a guitar, but just a little bit. Like, I'm really good at listening to something and then like picking it up. But actual like reading music I haven't done since grade school. I learned how to play the trumpet in school and also the flute. And a little bit of the piano. And if I remember right, I think when I went to Mutual's page, they were playing the piano. Wow, I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah, goes by fast for sure. I try not to make my live streams any longer than, you know, a couple hours. But so far, everybody's been coming around, so we've had plenty to talk about. Well, that's good. And you always seem to help me out with that, so thank you so much for coming back time and time again. And chatting with me. Oh! How did that happen? Oof, that was scary. Well, thank you. I enjoy having you here. I was just gonna ask you though, does it get cold where you're at all? Like, do you have any kind of winter at all? Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to get some weather here. Like Wednesday night, we're supposed to get some like winter precipitation, like freezing. And there we go. I hate when there's little spots all over my canvas like this just from coloring and undoing stuff. It bothers me. Ooh, that's kind of cold. Oh wait, 13 Celsius? Okay, maybe it's not as cold as I was thinking. Oh, I think there's something on my screen. I'm gonna make it go black here for a sec. Oh yeah, dirty. Ew. Bunch of fingerprints. I think I'm wearing my paper cover too on it. I see a bunch of scratches on it just from the pencil. Right? I know. Well, and usually if I'm not drawing, I just immediately shut my cover, so I don't really like ever inspect what's kind of going on. But I probably need to do that before I start streaming, so I apologize. Okay, I think I got the majority of them. I mean, I try to wear my glove, but it still gets fingerprints. Okay. You know what, though? You guys can't see, but I'm kind of glad that my little bug fell off, because now he's on top of my microphone, and he looks really cool sitting there perched on my microphone. It's this little guy. Hopefully he'll stay there. He won't fall off. Keep falling off. I have to change his little legs here. They're metal, so I can bend them. Ooh, I just forgot. That's one thing we can do on a stream and just kind of change it up a little bit. Hold on, I'll have to show you. I haven't... My wife's probably like, I got you those and you've never done them. They're like little 3D puzzles, but they're metal. They're really cool and they're bugs. Maybe we can do that as a stream one night. Give my hands a break from drawing. I like building things too. That looks cool. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that and post it on Instagram. All right, let's see what I got here. I'm gonna take a little intermission from drawing. Oh, let's see. Oh, you're gonna like this one, CJ. Maybe I'll show you the other one first. I didn't even know I had that many. Oh my gosh, I'm in so much trouble. She got me a whole set. Okay, I don't have a cover. Oh, I must have bought these 2 extras. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so we have... Where's the other one? Ah. Alright, so these are called Metal Earth, like metal, like the element metal and earth. Sometimes you can find them at, I don't know what kind of bookstores you have there, but we have a bookstore called Barnes and Nobles here. And I'm surprised it's even still in business, but they are, and they have them there. So I'm going to show you this one first so you can kind of see what it is. That's a scorpion. And then like they're little flat pieces and you pop it out and then you bend them. I even got myself like all these really fancy tools to do them. So this one I bought extra. That's a scorpion. That was a scorpion. So it's like this metal sculpture. I'll probably need lots of band-aids after I make those. But there's a dragonfly. There is a praying mantis, which is one of my favorite bugs. I used to have one as a pet for a short while. Well, he only lived it for a year, but his name was Boo. And then a stag beetle, which is really cool. But check out this one, CJ. It's gonna be your favorite. Can you read what that says? Tarantula! Maybe we're gonna have to do this one in honor of you. And where you live. How did that happen? Okay, there we go. Sorry, Gregory. Yes, maybe I might do that. Because I've not ever done it. I can't believe I probably have had these at least 7 years because I had these before we moved here. I bet you she doesn't even probably remember getting them for me. And it's something I've always wanted to do, but they just sit here on my desk. When I was a kid, my parents. Let me think about this. Was it the same couple? Might have been. No. My parents had friends that had immigrated from Cuba when everything was really bad there, like way back in the 70s. And I don't think it was their son. I think it was another friend of theirs had a pet tarantula. I was fascinated with it when I was a kid. And he would like take it out, but I don't think I don't think my parents wanted me to like touch it because they were afraid. They were worried. So I never did, but I always wanted to. I think it would tickle because they're kind of furry. Okay. I'm going to leave this out because I think we need to do this on my next live. Which I don't think I'm going to do another live stream until Wednesday. I think I'm going to start instead of having to try to do it every night, especially when my wife's here. That's probably not a good idea. I'll probably do Wednesday night stream and then like a Saturday night or Sunday stream. Saturday night for sure. Unless of course we're doing something, but maybe we could do this on Wednesday. I'll get my other camera that hangs down here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think that would be fun. It says no glue required, so everything folds in on itself, like in little, like to put it together as it's like, so it's like a 3D model. Looks really cool. Yeah, I've been meaning to do these. There's all kinds of stuff too, like it's not just bugs, like there's dinosaurs. Ooh, there's space stuff. Maybe I can get a little astronaut or something. That would be fun. There's landmarks, planes, old planes. What do you think? Or maybe I should put one together and an alien one. That would be cool, actually. That would. You mean like the movie Alien? Because that is like my favorite movie. Or just like a gray. You know what grays are? Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have to do this. I want to do this so bad right now, so I'm gonna have to wait. That's how I am though. I get stuff and then like I put it away because I'm busy being an adult mostly, which sucks. And then I forget that I have things like this until like, I don't know, it comes up. But maybe I was waiting all these years just to be able to do this tarantula one with you. Never know. Could be fate. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next time. Because we can. Because I said so. I know, right? Like a xenomorph. I am a literal freak when it comes to aliens. I'm gonna turn this one light down because... there we go. That was really bright. Yeah. That would be cool. I don't know if they've got license to do that though, but I can always go look on their website because I'm sure they have a lot more now than they used to. Have you ever seen that alien movie that... What's the name of that movie? It's like a... It's a name and like these two guys, it's a comedy and they like find an alien and they're like traveling across country. And it kind of chokes me up every time at the end. What is that name of that movie? I'm gonna have to look it up. It's a comedy though, but like a comedy drama. Oh, yeah, what was it? Honestly, like Gary. All right. I don't even know why I don't even know why I tax my brain. I know I can just look it up. I hate when I can't remember things though. It's like something the alien. Is it Greg the alien? Nope, that's Saturday Night Live. Okay, I know how to find it. So I'm going to go to IMDb and look up Simon Pegg because I know he was in it. And he's one of my favorite actors. Paul. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's just called Paul. Paul. It's a cute little movie. Have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead? Yeah, it's good. You tell me if it doesn't make you sniffle at the end. But maybe I'm just a big softie. Shaun of the Dead. It's one of my favorites. I love it. Every time I see it, I laugh just as hard as I have the first time, even though I know what's gonna happen. Ugh, such a good movie.
was as good as it gets. Even throughout all the mess, and regrets, piled cigarettes, and the rest. All you got's every breath, till your last, and then you'll be dead. So live it all good, cause your nose in bed. Be grateful for what you got, don't let that ego in head. Keep it free, boy.
Yeah.
Me, boy. No stairs, no stairs.
I know. It was like, it was just so, like, just not right. But it was pretty funny. The best part for me is when they're in the bar. It just anyway, so it's those same two guys. It's him and his best friend that are in this movie, Paul.
I'm not sorry 'cause that was intentional. I meant every word that I said. Yeah. You get angry with me 'cause I fix it up. And of how I like things in the bed. Oh, no. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. But one thing I promise, I'll always be honest. Eternal devotion. If you keep things open, if you never love me, then you let me be free. If you love me, then you let me be free. If you love me, yeah. I never stood different by jealousy.
No, it's so it just it just makes me laugh. And then, if I remember right, wasn't his mother? It was his stepdad, and he turned into one, and they were just like he had to like kill him or something. That was funny. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't think my wife's ever seen it. We need to watch it together because I think she would like it. I might have shown it to her though, maybe already. Oh, that's right. Didn't he have he had this whole room set up just for like his music? Which honestly though, I wouldn't mind having a room just for music. But am not paying attention. Alright, I'll probably be on for, and I'm just over the 2 hour mark, so probably not too much longer, but that's okay. Have a wonderful dinner. You can tell me about it later. So, if anybody's still around, what I'm trying to do here is apply some skills that I learned from a guy named BJ Dell. That kind of mimics the shadow, and it kind of looks a little 3D, which I'm kind of hoping will work out. So we're going to try it here for the lip. So other than just giving him a little bit of a line, I want to kind of see if we can make it look like he's got some kind of bottom lips. To see how it almost kind of pushes out a little bit there at the bottom. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've only done it a couple other times. I'm kind of trying to blend those two lines together. So kind of gives the appearance of a ridge. I might have to start over. Let's see. Kind of wanted to use that line as a gauge. No. All right, let's start that over. Clear that up. All right, let's give a guideline first. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done it, so... Hey, what are you doing? I'm okay. How'd your game go? And it cracked me up when you screamed it earlier because I do not jump. I know when stuff's coming, but I wasn't looking, and then I just heard you, and I was like, it startled me. So thank you for giving me my heart. Give it something to flutter about. Oh, that was funny. There you go. Right? That'll cure that hangover pretty quick. That's my answer. Just drink more. So do you know who this character is? Hair of the dog, right? I know, right? Okay. Did you ever watch a little animated series called Over the Garden Wall? It's done by He wrote some episodes for Adventure Time. So one of my other viewers said, hey, you got to watch this. And I watched it the other day, and it was so stinking cute. I was like, I have to draw Greg. That's his name, Gregory. And his frog has several different names throughout the adventures. One of them is George Washington. I think the other one is Jefferson or something like that. He's giving him really silly names. But he always has a frog. And I think I found it. It was still on... If you have HBO Max, it's on there. And they're only like 10 minutes each, but there's about 10 or 11 of them. So you could easily binge it, which is what I did. Anyway, so I'm trying to draw him. Oh, it's on Hulu even. Okay, perfect. Even better. Yep. You're going to be drinking scotch and watching over the garden wall tonight. And I think as I was trying to, what I was trying to get at before you came on is I'm trying to, yeah. I wouldn't steer you wrong. At first I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. I was hooked by the first episode. I'm like, what is this? I mean, I'm not a huge Adventure Time except for Lumpy Space Princess. In fact, it's been a while since I've watched. I have a whole compilation video on YouTube saved somewhere of just all of her like one-liners, and it just cracks me up every time I watch it. Every time. By the way, thank you for coming over and saying hello. I appreciate that. All my regulars have already dropped off for the evening. My regulars. I have like one person that has come back every single night except for last night, which was a bust anyway, so I'm glad. And my videos are now on YouTube, so if you're not able to catch one, just pop over there. You should be able to watch from there, because I learned late last night that Twitch does not keep your videos past 7 days. I did not know that. And I was scrambling to try to find a place to put them. Of course, YouTube was the natural choice, so. But I had to make a channel just for Cosmic. Oh, what am I doing? One is better than none. Yeah, I had someone that they were talking. I don't know if they've just walked away, but yeah. But that's okay. I can talk to myself. In fact, I learned something from another YouTube person today, that you are just supposed to talk to your screen no matter what, because you never know who's watching or who will come to watch. Yeah, I saw something about that. If you're affiliate, though. I'm not affiliate yet. Oh my gosh, I'm totally screwing this up. This is why I love Procreate. Look at all those mistakes I made. Jeez Louise. Okay. We're going to lock this puppy down so it don't go anywhere. Alright. So right now, I'm trying to apply a technique I learned in a video of this guy that draws digitally. He has like weekly videos and teaches you how to draw things. He's really cool. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off here, if it's the right spot for it. But hey, I've spent the last 4 nights just getting the teapot in his hair. Control plus Z for the win. Okay. Excuse me. I literally think I just choked on my own spit. Oh. It's beautiful. Also, my moderator bot is like really very strict apparently, because someone tried to just do like a semicolon and parentheses for smiley face, and it like put him in jail for 1 second, which we thought was all we all thought that was funny. So if it does that to you, I apologize. I'm really not crying. I just, like I said, choked on my own spit, which is lovely. Yes, it should be, but I don't think that I'm able to stream live there yet because I just created it today. And inevitably it happens when like you're in front of someone, right? I'm just so choked up that you came to see me. No, really, I think it's cool. Thank you. When I popped in earlier, I'd come on and I saw that you were on, so I wanted to come see what you were doing. I know, right? Honestly, this is really like, I'm surprised I didn't find it earlier. Probably would have helped, but yeah. All my friends are virtual anyway. Like all my school friends were all just on Facebook. Like we don't live by each other or anything, so I'm used to using social media to reach out, like to be friends with people, but I have one friend here, but we just this past year have not been able to sync up our schedules. I did it wrong again. Art-wise, yes. So I think we talked about this last time, but did you finish your little sun piece? Are you going to be starting something different? Because I'll definitely come watch. Because I work from home, so I usually have my TV on off to the side. So I can come watch. I mean, I might not be able to say a whole lot, but I can come watch you for sure. Did not anticipate the amount of time that would be spent just to get a stream going. Man. But it's been fun. Okay. Lurkers are great. Yeah, I think I have a couple, but I'm not going to call them out. Well, I'm not going to call them out if they're legit. Because I had a few people that were in the background for a while, like on every stream. And then I go to their page and they've got like thousands of followers, but they have no content. I'm like, what's up with that? So I kind of had to tell some newer peeps that have joined that I will go and check you out to make sure you're a legit person. Yeah. I kind of blocked them and then, yeah. Me either. Like I said, I've got one person from Mexico that just absolutely love talking to them. And then it was cool when I found your page because I was like, oh my gosh, look, somebody friendly like myself. Yes. I have someone from Spain. I have someone from Mexico. We had 2 people from Turkey last night. One person was in... it was either Yugoslavia or the Ukraine. I can't remember. A lot of them are just trying to practice their English, which I'm perfectly happy to help with that. In fact, last night, both myself and my person from Mexico, we learned how to say good morning, or kind of, yeah, good morning in Turkish. It's like günaydın or something like that. It was cool. I know, me too. I need to find somebody from France though, because I'm going to be going there and I need to practice that. But I haven't been as good about it as I should be. And then I know what's gonna happen is my wife's gonna be like, "You go ask them. You go ask. You go up there and order our food, or you go up and you do that." I know. I just know it. That's how it's gonna be. So it's like I feel like I have to learn it. I know. I can't wait. It's getting close too. Like, yeah. I mean, just fingers crossed we get to go. It's been on the books for a while. It's been on the books for several years, actually, but finally just said, look, if we don't go, we're never going to go. Of course, we picked COVID, you know, to finally get inspired to go somewhere. I'm kind of scared about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we already put off one trip because of that. So, although last year we did go to Sedona, but we drove. We didn't fly. We drove and we got an Airbnb from this person that, you know, was really good about, you know, could actually show that, you know, they were good about cleaning the rental and all that. So, and obviously we were okay because we didn't come back with any issues. So, and like we rented it instead of like going like on a Jeep tour, we just actually rented the Jeep and went ourselves, which was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Like had it for like the entire day. Right? We did. It was a lot of fun. Even driving the Jeep around town was fun. So, have you ever been to Sedona, Arizona? Oh, yeah. Definitely go. It's beautiful. We went in late August, early September. So it was still hot, but not as hot as it can be. And of course our place had a pool, so it was like the people that had the Airbnb like had a little like extra like studio, so they lived on the property. So like during the day we had access to the pool, not so much at night, but that was fine because we had a hot tub, so we were fine with that. But during the day we could use the pool, and it was an infinity pool, and oh my god, it was so beautiful because it was like you come up to the edge of the infinity pool and then it's just desert. Like they had such a beautiful location. It's gorgeous. Lots of pictures in the infinity pool for sure, with the backdrop, with the background. That was nice. Yeah. And the sunsets are just amazing there. I mean, it's just, yeah. We went and saw pretty much everything. The only thing that happened, the guy we rented the Jeep from was like, hey, you know, you guys need to get out to Devil's Bridge, you know, fairly early before it gets too hot. You know, and we were like, all right, we can do it. Oh my God, the longest freaking hike I've ever been on. And we literally got within feet of it. And you had to go around the corner and then like climb up like rocks, like actually do some rock climbing to get up there. And I was like, I don't think so. And my wife was like, she's like, I don't think I can do it. And I was just like, we were so close. And then we had to hike all the way back. It was so hot. But there were plenty of people on the trail, and people were so nice because they were like, do you guys need water? Do you know, is there anything I can help you with? And we'd be like, well, how much longer? And they're like, it's just up there. But then just up there would turn into another hour. So it was like literally, it was like, we call it the longest hike that never was, because it just, but you know what? I was impressed that we were even able to get that far, to be honest, for two people that don't hike very long or very often. So yeah. And I think I'd have been a little scared to be up there anyway, because I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of it, but it's up there, man. It's like this little narrow path. I have a thing about heights, so I don't know. Might not have been as smart to be up there. Obviously, there was a reason we didn't go up there, so. But yeah. So the rest of it, we just drove up to. We just went to things we could drive to. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that because we had a Jeep, we could drive. So it's like a 3-mile hike from the beginning of the park to actually start the hike up to the Devil's Bridge. So since we had a Jeep, we could drive. We had a pass. And so we drove those 2 miles. But there were people, man, I was just like, wow, do these people even know what they're in for when they get up there? Because it was all uphill. Oh, man. I was like, wow, that is definitely a trek. But yeah, I mean, I thought I was going to die. So, you know, I mean, no, I wasn't going to die with all those people around and everything. But still, I was just like, by the time we got back to that Jeep, oh man. Phew. Of course, we did not take enough water because we're not experienced hikers. So, yeah. Yeah, there were plenty of thin people that you would think, oh, they'd have no problem. No, they were, yeah. They were having a hard time too. Right? Yeah, and if you can, like, even if, like, you flew to, like, Flagstaff or something, I would recommend driving to Sedona, because it is the most beautiful drive. And my wife had been through there before, so she knew what to expect, and I have not seen mountains since we left Washington, so I'm really sad about that. And I did cry when I finally saw, like, the trees and the mountains, and there's just this one area where you come around the bend and you're just like, it just takes your breath away. And it smells good. And it had just rained, so like I put down the windows. Oh God, I can't even describe how cool that was. And my wife drove because she knew I'd just be like, and I was. Yeah, God, that was just awesome. I would definitely go there again. And it's easy, you know, to get to. So A weakling. Yeah, definitely. If you're not used to doing that, exerting yourself like that, it's, yeah. And of course, there's shopping, there's all kinds of stuff to do. There's so many cute little shops. There was like this little village that we went to. I can't even remember. I don't think I ever pronounced it right once when I was there, so it has a really odd name. But yeah, it was some cute little shops and museums in there. I got some really cool jewelry. Oh yeah, and I got something really cool that I got there. Hold on. I got this like I think it's supposed to be a charm, but I have it hanging over with my art stuff, but it's a skull with a little raven, if you could see that. It reminded me of your game you were playing the other night or the other day. But yeah, it's like hand-blown glass. Like ghost towns or just like Grim Fandango. Yeah, I kind of almost want to get that game myself. It looked really cute. I loved watching you go through and like everybody's like attitudes, like the characters. And then when you kept asking for the dead worms, I was cracking up. And then when it came time to scare away the birds, I was trying to type in use your dead worm or use your balloons, and somebody else already beat me to it. Something happened, I wasn't able to get through. But campy western towns, there probably is, but I mean there's lots of history there, of course, from the from the Indians and whatnot. I think there's one area that you can go to too where there's still some hieroglyphs that you can see, but when we went the roads were washed out, so we couldn't get back there. I would have really have liked to do that, but even the drive, I mean, for us to there was fun too, because we went through like New Mexico, and we're very good road trippers with each other. We're actually very good travel companions. So, we work well. I mean, we know each other very well, so. I mean, there may be. I mean, it's known for its like healing powers. That's kind of what that city's known for. It's a bit, it's very mystical. But I don't know. I mean, there could be. Maybe in Flagstaff. There's got to be somewhere. I mean, depends on if you took like a road trip there or if you just flew and like landed, and then drove over. Yeah, I don't. Despite that, even if you weren't able to find that stuff, I think you would enjoy yourself, especially. Yeah, and it's cool. There's this one place up by the airport that everybody like hangs out at. It's like a cliff, and you can watch the sun go down, and you literally have the view of the entire city. And that was cool too. And it was like this shared experience with other people, like watching a sunset. It was just really cool. And like everybody kind of stayed till it got really dark, until at least till the sun went behind the mountains for sure. But that was kind of cool too. Right, yeah, just for that. I mean, we spent probably a good 4 or 5 days there at least, and we had something to do every day. There's good places to eat. Yeah, it really is pretty. And it's so strange because it's like, like literally 10 minutes out of the city and you're back up in the mountains. Like it just that quick, the elevation, and just beautiful, beautiful scenery. And it's very windy, so you can't really travel fast. You're kind of forced to take your time, which is nice. And then there's little places to stay, there in the foresty kind of area, which we thought would be fun to do next time, on our next trip. And then there's a big river there that is like really shallow, so a bunch of people go there to cool off, and it's very popular. There's tons of cars on the sides of the road, from people going and trying to get down in there. It's like slippery rock or slippery, I can't remember, something, slide something maybe. It'll probably come up in your search. End of March. Slide Rock, there you go. Yep. Yep, it's not very far from there at all, but it's like you're up in the mountains already, and it's very mountainous and really cool. But I mean, we saw it when we drove by, but we did not go there since we had our own pool and stuff. So yeah, and I've literally wanted to go to Paris since I was like a kid. So the fact that I'm even getting to do this is just like, it's mind blowing. Right. Well, there's other people there and you can't, it's like my favorite fishing spots. There always tends to be someone else already there and I never really get the spot I want. So, yeah. Yep. I used to feel that same way though, going into the office and someone would already have my parking spot before I got there. An entire parking spot of parking spaces, and I'd be like, I would get there, and if I got there before that other person did, I was like, yes. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, I used to get so irritated. Or like when we'd have like so some new hires would come, you know, and they would take up all the spaces up close because they got there earlier, and then you'd come in and you'd be like, who are all these people? But yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing with this lip. I'm just messing around at this point. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Oh, maybe. Almost there. Ah. Man. Hate that. That's funny. I mean, this is stuff I haven't had to think about for a while, but it's like whenever we would go somewhere, like too, we'd be like, all right, like where are we gonna park? Like, you know, what are we gonna do? And we took my mother-in-law to a football game, a college football game for her birthday. You don't even want to know what we spent to get parking, like at least close enough to the stadium that we didn't have to walk that far. I didn't want to know. Probably could have funded a child's college education for sure, but yeah. My wife and I are very much about comfort. Yeah. But to our credit, my mother-in-law is 80, so we didn't want her to have to walk very far. But still, we probably would have done it if it was just her and I too. We're so bad. And when I legit said earlier I haven't even left my house to go to the mailbox, I have not. In fact, oh crap, I better go out there tonight because I think the trash can is still at the street. I'm going to get a nasty gram from the HOA police. Time is it? It's still a little early. I might run into a neighbor, so walking a dog, I better wait a little bit. Yeah. It was like someone's season's pass spot, so man, they were asking for a cool penny about it. So, you know, yeah. Oh yeah, I have everything delivered too, so there's no reason for me to leave the house, which I guess is good for me because I have fared well where others that I know, they just can't handle it. They can't handle the not getting out and being around people where I'm like, I don't necessarily need to see you. So, yeah. Yeah. No, COVID just validated that for me. I mean, yeah. You do? Okay. It looks a little different for me than it does on the computer or on the stream. I'm trying to make it look like there's some definition there, and so I'm trying to apply these, like I said, but I haven't done this in a while, so I'm like, okay, what did he say to do? Like, yeah. When he walks you through it, like, it looks really easy, but of course, remembering that, I gotta rub those remaining brain cells together to get a spark going there. Maybe if I... let's see. What color did I use for the lip? Oh, of course I didn't mark it down. Of course. Might be this one. Maybe if I not make it so white. Amada just struck gold. I know, right? Yeah, there's this Swedish lady. She's really good at drawing. Like, if you're just like first starting out on Procreate, she's got really, really simple videos, but they're cool. Like, the first thing I think we did was we drew an eyeball, like an iris, and like there's a liquify and all kinds of like different little tools in here that you can use. And that was cool. That was fun. And you felt like it was something you could do. Like you weren't, it took the intimidation out of it for sure. So, but my wife still prefers traditional art over digital. And she's really, really good at it. She does like dog portraits. Ooh, I might be getting somewhere. Yeah. And but she breaks it down. It's so, I was just like, oh, we could do this. And we did. And it was cool. And I was like, oh, I made an eyeball. Yes. Yep. And she used to be the kind of person that would like look at me and she's like, I don't know how you do that. And I'm just like, well, I practiced at it. And I said, you could do it too. And she's like, I can't even draw a stick dog. And one day, all of a sudden, she was just like, I'm going to take a couple art classes. And I'm like, okay, cool, And, she does really well. And I don't see it all the time. Like, she's looking at it all the time. So she's like, oh, I see those mistakes and this and that. But, like, I know I haven't seen it in a while. She'll probably bring it with her because she's working on a piece for someone that had a dog that was on Facebook that was really popular. And I can guarantee you it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And she uses, like, let me think about this for a second. Maybe she does color pencils, but I think she uses, like, charcoal, too. It's depending on what it is, but she cracks me up because it's like half of what you see here is for her stuff, like her art, all her art supplies and masking and papers and just like tons of stuff. I call it her little art store because I literally bet you I could probably think of something and she's got it. But she has this little tiny eraser, and one day I was hearing this noise and I'm like, what is that? And it came out, and it's like almost like a tattoo gun, and it's like going up and down like this, and it's an eraser. It's like a mechanical eraser, but it was like vibrating on it, or like battery powered. I was like, oh my god, really? But it helps her do her thing, so yeah, I told her she could charge for what she does, but she doesn't think that she could, so we're not there yet. And that amazes me because I don't do anything realistic. Yeah, same. Mm-hmm. She does not have socials. Nope. I try. I even told her she should start streaming herself. Nope. But let's just say she made everybody cry at Christmas because our niece and nephew lost their dog recently, and she did a portrait for them for Christmas, and my nephew-in-law opened it, and he just immediately started crying. And then I started crying because he was crying, and then, of course, she was crying, and then my niece was crying. It was like, oh my God. But yeah. That's when you know that you're successful, is you make someone cry. Yeah. But if I were still to say that, she'd be like, oh no. And she used to tell me all the time. I'd be like, oh, that's really good. She's like, you just say that because, you know. I said, I am not obligated to say anything because we're together. I could be like, oh yeah, that's great, baby. And be like, oh, man, it really sucks, but I'm going to encourage her anyway. It's not like that. I mean, if I was kind of like, ooh, yeah, that doesn't really look right, or, you know. But she has no worries for sure. For sure. But yeah, I'll see if I can sneak a photo of it. Although she probably would be mad if I posted something not in its finished state. But yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. And that's kind of what she's been doing. She's been doing it for people that have lost their pets. Like we had a coworker that lost their pet for my niece and nephew-in-law, and then this one that she's doing, like I said, it was someone that was had a social media following, and then the dog passed. So but the portrait that she picked, oh my God, it's like perfect. It captures that dog. It's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna draw your dog. Like, she literally captures the essence of that dog. And there was a video or a photo. He was a beagle, and we had a beagle too. So of course, you know, it was one of the beagle pages that we followed, and he was on the beach, and the photo, his little ears were flapping off on the side from the wind. And when she picked that photo, I was like, oh my God, that's like the best photo ever. It just captures that dog's essence so well. Yeah. So I'm eager to see where she's at because we've been apart for a few weeks now. So yeah. And she puts a lot of time and effort. And you can tell, like, you know, she really cares about it. Which makes it even more sweet. I know, right? Yeah. And she loves dogs. So she's, you know, she gets to draw something she loves. Which I totally feel that is what gets you. You know, you start doing what you like, and then that's how you get into it. So speaking of art, and in France, of course, I mean, can't go to France without going to the Louvre, right? And I guess, you know, that's where the Mona Lisa is at. But did you know that, and I did not know this, of course my wife did because she loves art history too, But I guess at any given point, you don't know if you're actually looking at the real Mona Lisa or not. I guess they like have replicas so that the real one isn't there, or like no one knows when it actually is there or not. And I'm like, dang it. Like, I'm gonna go there and that's all I'm gonna be thinking about is, oh, this probably isn't even really the real one. Oh, I was kind of bummed. I was like, but it makes sense. I mean, I get it. It's a national treasure, so, you know. Yeah. I was like, well, that sucks. Yeah, and that's a day that I really want to spend time taking, because when we went to New York, we went to the... We could only go to one. I wanted to go to the Guggenheim, but I was outvoted because we were traveling with someone else, so we ended up going to the New York Metropolitan, I think, if I remember right. And I just remember standing there and like in front of a Van Gogh or the Scream, right? And I was like, that's really cool, because I only ever thought I would ever see it in a book. But it was like we had to like go through there like really fast because we did not have a lot of time in New York, so it was kind of a bummer that we didn't get time to just sit and stare at something. The MoMA. Ooh, I just remembered something that I do want to break my COVID, my staying at a homebody. There's going to be a in Dallas. They did a Van Gogh one. It's called an immersive experience. But when I was driving back last weekend, I saw that they are doing a Frida Kahlo immersive experience, and I about lost it on the freeway because she's like one of my favorites. It did. Okay, yeah, we missed it too. And my wife kept hinting at it, and I probably should have taken the hint, but... And I was kind of like, yeah, but now I'm like, oh, we're going because it's free. And she's just like, mm-hmm. She's probably mad at me because I didn't pick up on the... I didn't pick up what she was laying down. Is it touring? I think so. Mm-hmm. Did you see the movie that, is it Penelope Cruz or Selma Hayek? I get those two confused. I think it was Penelope Cruz played her. Boy. I just feel for her, like, one, nobody took her seriously because she was a female, and they're like, well, your husband, he's a man, so we're gonna, so I was like, but she just laid herself bare. I mean, she went through so much. Yeah, I don't know. I really like her a lot. Her and Georgia O'Keeffe and Diane Arbus are like my favorites. Oh, it's good. It's really good. I haven't seen it, gosh, for a long time. I probably should need to rewatch it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, history is not very kind to women for sure. Definitely favors the man. And then if you like look at men's fashion, it's hardly changed in the last what 200-300 years. I mean, it's pretty much been the same. Women's fashion, man, that has gone through some stuff, but yeah, men's fashion's been pretty much the same for a while. That reminds me that you say that because there was a woman, and I need to look her up, but she completely lived her life as a man, and they thought that she was a man until she died, and they went to do the autopsy on her. And I think there was a movie about her too, but I was like, wow, impressive. I mean, especially back in that time. Yeah. I follow this guy on Instagram too that he like lives in, hold on, let me see if I can find him. He is amazing. Well, there's two guys that I follow. One guy dresses in like I don't want to say the wrong century. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find out what cent. I want to say the 18th, but I don't want to say the wrong one. And he makes his own clothes, and he's beautiful. And then this other guy that I follow on Instagram. Let's see if I can find him. He's a heterosexual man, but he wears heels and skirts with his suits. So like he'll wear a suit at the top, but he'll wear a skirt, like a pencil skirt and heels. And he's been in fashion magazines and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, wow, he amazes me every day because I'm sure that he catches crap for it all the time. But maybe not. Maybe not in his country. It's not such a big deal, but I love seeing his posts. They're so awesome. I love anybody like that that just does stuff like that no matter what society says. I absolutely love it. I'll have to see if I can find him, and then I'll send it to you. Yeah, and he's got all kinds of shoes, all kinds of skirts. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh. I feel like he has a really fat lip. He got stung by a bee. Oh man, did not want to do that either. I know. I know. It used to be a crime though for women back in like the 40s and the 50s. If the bars got raided and they were wearing more than 2 articles of men's clothing, they could be arrested for it. I mean, like, that's so dumb. It's all what they don't understand and what they're scared of. Oh, I bet. I bet. Good for her. And it's so weird because, like, didn't like Greta Garbo or Marlena Dietrich, which I think it was Marlena. I mean, she would dress in men's tuxedo, and it was like in the 20s. It was like it was okay, but then after that, oh, yeah, that's awesome. And I love old photos like that too. I know, right? Definitely. How could you not? I mean, gosh, she was just gorgeous. And as much as I don't, think that you should conform to one certain type of dress though, but I absolutely love either the 20s, like the flapper girl fashion, or the 40s with the hair and the rollers. And I mean, yeah, just women were beautiful. Right? I know. Now look at us, boxers and a t-shirt. Oh, can you imagine having to like dress like that all the time though, and like just be spot on? Even just coming to breakfast, I'm like, I couldn't do it. And then like in the Victorian times, I can't even, I just can't imagine what that was like. I mean, I guess you know what you only know what you know, so I mean, but oof, man. Oh, I was just gonna say that I'm like, I gotta go out to the mailbox. Where's my bra? I don't know where it's at. I know where it's at. It got washed. Finally. I know, right? I mean, why? You don't have to wear it. Frick, man. I don't think there's a woman on planet Earth right now that doesn't feel that same way. It just makes me laugh. I think I'm gonna have to stop. Because I literally have been working on his lips for probably, how long have I been streaming? 3.5 hours. Oh. That's probably why I never finish anything. But I'm gonna finish this. See, I just said I was gonna stop and I did another swipe. Do another one. Maybe I'll lighten up it a little bit. Ooh. The little pretty lip. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on that. Let that one marinate overnight. Yeah. I mean, it's relaxing. I'm not, I mean, I'll get it. I'll get there. It's just, I'm sure somebody's going to watch this and go, oh my God, will you just like do this and be done with it already? And I'm like, what's the point of speeding through it? I mean, I guess if you do it for a job and you got to bust out pieces, this is why I never make a living at it, but. So like, from here up, we're doing all right so far. From the neck up. I can't wait for you to watch it. You're gonna love it. By George, we might have it. Just a little bit. I know. And see, and this is what happened was, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like do this other piece from start to finish. Well, then this happened and I was like, oh wait, no, I'm gonna draw Greg. And I'm like, oh my God, stop. He's just so cute. You'll have to tell me who your favorite is when you watch it. I'll just say this. I think that we could all stand to be a little bit more like Greg, and you'll see what I mean when you start watching it. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say you're gonna try to. Well, maybe you've had something to drink. You might doze off, but I would say that you're probably gonna want to stay up and watch them. That's how I was. And like I said, they're not very long. So you're just like, you start getting to that episode, and they're just like, oh wow, it's already done. But yeah. And it's only the one season. I mean, there's no. I mean, I guess the creator could take it in other ways, but I think it was just a one-off, which it was good that way. But I think I'm going to stop while I'm ahead of myself. Yeah, like a good hour and a half, probably maybe hour and 40. Nothing like, not just like watching a movie for sure. Because I think there's 11 episodes maybe, and they're like 10, 12 minutes apiece. So yeah. All right, that's your homework then. You'll have to report back to me once you watch it. No problem. No problem, Bob. Well, thank you for coming and hanging out and chatting with me. Maybe I got an extra hour in tonight. I'm really glad about that. Because I was like, oh man, it's 10:30. It's too early to stop. You came in right at the right time. Thank you. And I like watching you as well. It's fun to just sometimes just go and watch other creators and see what they're doing. He's going to be my 3-hour lip. Oh. All right. Well, you have a fun evening, and I'm sure we will chat here soon. Yeah, me too. And yeah, we'll have lots to talk about the next time we talk then. All right. Have a good night. Everybody else, if there's anybody else in the background, you have a good night as well. Again, thank you for coming out. And if you missed any of the videos, if they've dropped off, you can go to YouTube, on Instagram, Discord, YouTube. Am I forgetting something? TikTok, but I can't live stream there yet. I don't have enough followers, but yes, you can follow me on other platforms. And yeah, so have a good Sunday night, everybody. Tomorrow will be here soon enough, and it is a Monday. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.